Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana, tamu sana. Yes. About 1 week ago, Dennis Itumbi, the perceived Oda spokesman, insinuated that the deep state wanted to rig or rather steal votes in the looming Kiambaa parliamentary by-election. That's about 1 week ago. So yesterday, Mizani Africa, a research firm, released their opinion poll on who is most likely to win Kiambaa parliamentary by-election. And from the results, ladies and gentlemen, it comes out very, very clearly that Jubilee's candidate, Kariri Njama, is comfortably on the lead. Just have a look at these results, and then you can see for yourself what is happening in Kiambaa constituency. From these results, you can see clearly that Mizani Africa has done their opinion poll and then dissected their opinion poll, the popularity of a candidate as per ward. In Kiambaa constituency, we have 5 wards. We have Sianda ward, where Jubilee candidate is winning with 65.8 to Oda's candidate 26.3. We have Karuri ward that Jubilee's candidate has 50.7, Oda's candidate 35.6. And then we have the Rui ward, Jubilee 57.9, Oda 29.0. And then we have another ward there, Jubilee 57.1, Oda 28.1. And then Kihara, another ward, Kihara, something like that, 50.9, 38.6. And then total, Jubilee candidate has 56.5%. Oda's candidate, 31.6%. That's the latest opinion poll that has been done in that area. The research was conducted between the 22nd of June to the 26th of June. That's technically last week. So that's the latest from Kiambaa ward. You know, this is something that, this is like an evidence. It's not just a talk that this person is winning or this person or this other person. So somebody might ask, who is this Mizani Africa? Who is this Mizani Africa? Mizani Africa is a research firm that has been ranking the performance of members of parliament, county assemblies, governors, senators, and all other elected leaders. In fact, it's Mizani Africa that has been ranking Ndindi Nyoro, Kiaru member of parliament, and Oda sympathizer as the best performing member of parliament in Kenya. And Tangatanga and their team have been celebrating and chest-thumping about that. So I just don't know how they are going to react to this opinion poll by Mizani Africa that is saying their candidate is going to be given a humiliating defeat. I just don't know how they are going to react to this. And if you also talk about opinion polling, if you ask any statistician, an opinion poll that is properly done without any external influence, in one way or the other, largely foretells the thinking of a population. So assuming that this opinion poll was properly done with all the professionalism it deserves, then there is no way, ladies and gentlemen, that Oda's candidate can beat Jubilee's candidate in this parliamentary by-election. Assuming this opinion poll was done correctly, without any external influence, Jubilee's candidate is well on the lead. Having said that again, you know, ladies and gentlemen, Sometimes back in this YouTube channel, I did insinuate, or rather I compared Kiambaa parliamentary by-election to Msambweni parliamentary by-election. And I did state clearly that if you look at what happened in Msambweni, is somehow the same thing that might happen in Kiambaa. During Msambweni by-election, we all know that ODM party was the dominant party in Msambweni. So ODM party went to Msambweni by-election with a lot of overconfidence. ODM party went there knowing for a fact they were the ones going to win the seat. So they went there with a lot of overconfidence, and that might have cost ODM party their win in Msambweni. The same thing is most likely to repeat itself with UDA. Upon UDA winning Juja parliamentary seat, they went to Kiambaa constituency with a lot of overconfidence. They went with a lot of overconfidence there. And that's one thing that can make UDA party to lose that seat. If you look at the way UDA party is campaigning, the UDA team, they are reducing Kiambaa parliamentary by-election into a popularity contest between the president and his deputy, William Ruto. And they are also reducing that by-election into a popularity contest between Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua. About 1 week ago, Moses Kuria's billboard was pulled down. In the billboard, it had Moses Kuria, Ruto, and their other candidates, Wanjiku. It was pulled down about about days ago. Then after it was pulled down, Rigathi Gachagua erected another billboard. This time around with this poster, that of Ruto and the others candidate. So it's bringing out a war that it's a popularity contest between Moses Kuria and also Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, it's not really, that one is coming out clearly. And then also it's also bringing some kind of a contest between Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's one thing that might work to the disadvantage of the UDA brigade. On the contrary, if you look at the way Jubilee people are doing their campaigns, you know, Jubilee, they are going to this campaign somehow as the underdogs. So they are not taking anything to chance. They are approaching the electorate with a lot of humility. In fact, you can see them, they are approaching the campaigns in somehow a three-pronged kind of a war. They are going door to door, they are meeting the residents in caucuses, and then they are also meeting the residents in public rallies. I think Jubilee might have learned their lesson in Juja. Because in Juja constituency by-election, Jubilee party went there with a lot of overconfidence and they overlooked the popular candidates. They just went for any candidate because they assumed they were going to win the seat after all. And they ended up losing it. So in this Juja, in this Kiambaa parliamentary by-election, Jubilee had about 11 candidates. And from where I sit, I know they picked on the best candidate. On the contrary, UDA had only one candidate that they had picked. So even on the strength of the candidate, we can assume that Jubilee party has the best candidate, while UDA just had picked a candidate, just had picked one candidate. So also even if you talk to the residents from that area, you will hear them saying that Kariri Njama has been with them for a very long period of time as compared to this UDA's candidate. UDA candidate seems to be just riding on the wave of UDA and the hustler. But Kariri Njama of Jubilee is coming out as somebody who has built his own political brand. He is a brand on himself. He is a force to reckon with. So having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, and also looking at the latest opinion poll, you can see that the difference between Jubilee candidate and UDA's candidate is very big. And we know that an opinion poll, if done properly, then it always foretells the thinking of the masses. And in this case, assuming that the margin between UDA and Jubilee candidate was narrow or slim, then the wind could flip any side. But with this one, I will be very, very much surprised to find the UDA candidate winning this parliamentary seat. I'll be very, very much surprised. And that can also be the reason as to why Dennis Itumbi, about some days ago, also was trying to say that the deep state wanted to rig elections there. This is most likely, even if the deep state was to rig, the Jubilee's candidate also is very, very strong on the ground. And most likely, he might just win that seat. But from where I sit, may the best candidate win. If the residents of Kiambaa feels that it's UDA's candidate who can serve them better, let that candidate win. If they feel it's Jubilee's candidate, let Jubilee's candidate win. In here, we don't take sides. We are just wishing that the best candidate may win. Otherwise, folks, God bless you. God bless Kenya. And before I forget, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, subscribe and give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you.